Hey, I know I look really huge. That's so funny. The camera is like so close to me. But I am uh out at a restaurant actually. Um, but I was looking at some things and my hair is like all over. I don't care. I'm going to go exercise, so yeah, my hair is all over my head, but I don't care. Thank God I got hair. Okay, because there was a time that I didn't have hair because crazy accidents. But anyhow, um I looked online and there was trying to use the actual free Wi-Fi, but it's been going crazy. So I said, forget it. I'm just gonna use my own like data. I have unlimited data anyway, so I don't know why I'd be trying to save it. But so it was this lady, and she was talking about I don't know why I keep trying to tuck that little edge in, like somebody's gonna look. They're gonna see it. Let it be what it's gonna be. Anyhow, so the lady, she was a pageant winner, and it was from the Miss. Not it's Miss. People don't understand. It's like 9 pageants of the National American pageants, like the Miss America. So it goes from uh like Little Miss to Junior Miss, Miss, and Mrs. So it's like 9 of them. Okay. And you can compete in them all in like till you get old. But the higher you go, the more you kind of have to uh, be like uh, about serving people and stuff and doing stuff. So and you gotta just know more people. Like some of these people, when well, that's a whole nother thing. But anyhow, so the lady, she was one of them was from I think Miss Jersey. It was like 3 of them, but they came from the Miss America pageant, and they were talking about how the CEO was talking about they couldn't calling talking about back in the day and kept using the N word and all this other stuff, and they got so offended by it. And it's like um yes, you know that should be wrong to even say that word, but people still use it. Like that's the price that you have to pay when you come. And I had to learn that myself, even going through this whole trial and this whole era. I wanted to just throw the whole crown away. I did not want to have anything to do with it. All I wanted to do was serve and do what God told me and be done with this. Like, done with this planet, done with all, like, I really don't care about all the fame and all that glitter and gold. Now, I'm good at doing it. I'm good at with the glitz and glam and the nails and the hair and all that. I'm really, really good at it, really, really talented at it. That is a gift that the Lord has given me, okay? But to be entangled in it and trapped and bind by it, that's not going to be me. Like, if it's not leading to help someone, then I'm not going to be in it. And I don't care too much about it. That's why you don't see me every single day with it on, even though I have it, and I use it. I put it at the appropriate times. I'm not just going to get up, I do it at the appropriate times. There was a time that I used to do it. But anywho, so the lady, she was talking about how hard it was, and how she felt so disrespected, and it was other women, they finally coming out. And it's like, okay, that's for one. I think that is good, that they finally got enough courage to say no, that is enough, because some people do run rampant and they don't have, it seems like sometimes the lawless run rampant, but that's what we have laws for. We don't have laws for the people who are just the people who abide in the law. We have laws for the unjust because they can't regulate themselves. They don't have self-control. So after looking at that, it gave me a reflection of myself. And so thank you, Miss Jersey. And that's Miss, like MRS. It helped me understand that this is the arena that you come in. The higher you go, the more intense it really is, because this is how this world is set up. It's set up with energy. So if you're getting more power and more esteem and more pushed out into there, and you can make a difference and you're controlling the atmosphere, you're going to have that energy come back. It's negative or positive, you're going to have the same amount. So with that, to whom much is given, much is required. That's exactly what it is. Like, and it made me look at myself and say, okay, while these why were all these people attacking me? These were like my friends. And it's like, Belle, this is the price that you have to pay. This is the price that you're going to pay when you really want to make a difference, when you're really going after your, not only that, if you want to make, go into your life's calling, because most of the world is going off of what is new, what is the latest, what is the, what is going on. They're not being active, than being reactive to what is brought into them. If you're being active and you're going towards your calling, you're going to be doing something that's contrary to the normal standard of life. And that is going to shock people. That is going to make a shift in a dynamic into doing things. I remember when I went to go and I got back on my feet and I started volunteering at the shelter, and I was the youngest volunteering at the shelter. I'm always the youngest doing something. But I know that that's what God called me to do. So I didn't really care. I found joy in it, because whatever it is that your assignment on earth is supposed to be, you're going to find joy in it. No matter what you're going through, no matter what situation, you're going to find peace in it. So I found the peace and a closure into it, and I found what my purpose was. So while I was doing this, I was getting so many oppositions about how I looked. I mean, people would tag me, well, you shouldn't wear these types of clothes. And I didn't have this kind of, I'm going to work out or whatever. I know it looks like, it's just the table, and, this is my top. So I am a little top heavy, but I'm not, like, huge. Like I said, I wear size 4, so... But they would talk about the clothes that I wear, and then I would change down to the clothes, to make it feel like that they're comfortable too. And then it would be, how people would react to me, something that I didn't have control over. Or I'm too young and everyone's around my age is doing something else. Why can't I be doing that? And I need to do this. No, I don't need to do anything, because I know my calling. But it was a lot of opposition. It was a lot of attacks. And then they would see, that something is changing in me. I'm shifting, things are shifting in my atmosphere. So I was getting attacked. But I say that to say this: there's a price for everything. There's a price for everything. And I know it's gonna be some Christians out here like, salvation is free. No, it was not free. It was given to us, but it was paid with the price. Okay, so don't come to me with that dumb crap. Now stuff can be given to you as a gift, but everything in this life has a price on it. And that's the price you pay for putting yourself out there. So I'm not saying that it is that they deserve to hear that word, because that's not acceptable. But when you are operating out of a higher elevation than the norm, or you're doing something different than the norm, you see the challenges and you see the difficulties that are coming around, and it makes you stand up to the challenge that comes with it, and that's what they had to do. So I just wanted to make that notation of that. Also with my mom is still in jail. We've been trying to get contact with her, but it's very, very difficult. I've been called some of the people, because she's, for one, they have a new system where everything is done electronically. My mother is 63, schizophrenia. The decade that computers were really in, that really branched out, was in the 90s and 2000s, the early 2000s, which was the time my mother spent most of her time into prison. So she really doesn't know how to operate computers very well. We just started getting her with the email. We just started getting her with how to sign up for email, not even to use it, because she still has difficulty with that. So that is one of the reasons why I really do believe that this shelter is needed, because it's almost like they come into society and they don't have any way to cope with it or use the utensils to get the help. So now my mother knows there's some help out there, but she can't get it, and then we can't reach to her because they won't let us reach to her unless we do it electronic. So we're putting in these things to request to go see her, but now she can't accept the request because she doesn't even know how to do it, and they haven't even taught her how to accept the request on the board. And not only that, because she's in her mental state, she's probably getting medicated, because usually they take a couple of days and put them in solitary in the med ward, in the insane ward, and just dope them up with medication until they become zombie-like and then come out, and then she has to calm down that way. And even with that, she doesn't even get the medication that she's supposed to get. People don't understand that, yeah, they need to get calmed down and everything, but sometimes they give them the universal medication for someone who's going mentally insane, um, yeah. So yeah, we're still dealing with that issue with her on that. So definitely say a prayer for me. I felt like I really need to make that video because it gave me a lot of revelation, and hopefully if it touches you or if it helps you in certain ways, then definitely use it. If it doesn't, discard it. If you think it can help someone else, please pass it along. I think everyone is going through situations that are making them be compelled to think and get into a higher elevation of thinking, and not just be reactive but active. So yeah, hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Thank you.